So, what's up with Gigabash? My name is Mr. Dr. Salt, and today we will be talking about Gigabash, giving an overview to let you know what to expect. Now, this game is not out yet at the time of this recording, and only the demo is available, which is almost like a beta stage of the game. So, everything shown within this video is not final and is subject to change in the final product. So, what is Gigabash? Well, Gigabash is an indie game developed and published by Passion Republic Games and is a 1-to-4 player top-down kaiju fighting game reminiscent of older games like it, such as the Pipeworks Godzilla games and War of the Monsters. As of now, there are 3 local multiplayer game modes: Free For All, Team Battle, and Mayhem, which is like the mini-game mode. The first 2 modes of this selection can be played against bots as of now. Gigabash consists of 10 playable kaiju, with only 8 being revealed at this moment and 7 being playable in this demo. Gorogong is a strong, bruiser monster that focuses on seismic attacks and rushing down the enemy, and also just has a very goofy face that I really can't take seriously. I mean, just look at his eyes. There's absolutely nothing. There's nothing up there. Next is Pipijuras? Pipijuras? Whatever. This kaiju is an alien that focuses on avoiding the enemy and using ranged attacks to separate itself from the competition, and also it can do this. Just kind of flies around. I like him. Thundertross is a Gurren Lagann-esque mecha with an enormous sword that uses an assortment of speed, up-close combat, and range abilities. It is also entirely torso. Where is your stomach? This is Wooly. He's a big fuzzy yeti and is objectively the best character in the game. Look at his face, look at him. He's very floaty, he's able to suck up enemies and spit them out, as well as roll himself and enemies into a big ball of snow, which is both very fun and great at making your friends very mad. I know from personal experience. Skorek is just an abomination to look at. It is a giant 4-eyed snail monster whose eyes become giant claws, and just talk about the body horror of that. Skorek is ranged as well, often using its shell to make ranged attacks on the enemy and keep its distance from other titans, but is still able to do a lot of damage up close. Gigaman is a shape-shifting superhero akin to Ultraman that has come out of retirement and is a little out of shape, which I just want to say is an incredible idea for a character. I love the idea of an older Ultraman who's out of his prime but can still fight giant monsters. He's a pretty all-around fighter as well, focusing on his quick speed and counters to catch enemies off guard. Rohana is described as an ancient monarch that is this game's closest thing to a summoner of sorts. She can summon minions as well as weapons outside the enemy and keep the advantage. She also just looks very cool as a giant flower monster. Not as cool as Biolante, but still pretty cool. Finally is Concrete, and it's just a building that fights monsters. Basically, imagine a mimic from your Dungeons & Dragons or your Dark Souls, but just make it really big and also literally just a building with a big mouth. Unfortunately, it is not in the demo and I didn't get a chance to play it, but it is the most unique fighter in the roster that we've seen so far, on the account of it being just a playable building. As for the gameplay, each Titan does feel very unique to each other, and the controls feel very fluid, with plenty of variety on how to play the game with a large assortment of moves. It feels kind of like Smash Brothers in a way that it's like a fighting game and a party game combined, with the moves being easy to memorize using a combination of a couple buttons, rather than whatever the hell is going on here. There is 2 kinds of power-up features in the game. One being a buildup of energy over time that lets players transform into an S-tier Titan, make them invulnerable to damage from non-S-tier Titans, and letting them walk straight through buildings like they were just made of paper. There is also this occasional power orb that is similar to the Smash Ball, another connection, that lets the Titan perform a super move that deals a massive amount of damage. Some are more useful than others though. Looking at you, Skorak. Looking at the game's maps, they weren't all available to the demo, but the ones I played had an incredible variety and were super fun, with almost everyone having a sort of gimmick that keeps everyone on their toes. 2 of my favorite maps feature the map being overtaken by the flow of lava from a nearby volcano, and the occasional rocket that lets players ride on top of it, choosing where to drop down on their opponents with a huge explosion. These environmental hazards have been incredibly fun to have, with each one being very unique to each other. I just wish that this Mecha Pipijuras was playable. All in all, from what I played at the demo, this game is really good. It's a very solid party game brawler that really calls back to the old Godzilla games I've been waiting to see revived for a long time now, and Gigabash scratches that itch for me. The only bugs I really experienced were in the online multiplayer, which is expected to happen because of its beta status. This game is set to release with a story mode as well, which I am really looking forward to. This game has no official release date, but it is slated to come out this year, and looking at the polish of just this demo, I expect it to be out very soon. But that's been it from me. Thank you for watching and listening to me ramble about big monsters beating the crap out of each other. It's been very fun. Until next time, I've been Mr. Dr. Salt. Goodbye.